really. We're the kings of the Sunday, on the booth on a Monday.
Yes, guys, we're joined again by the three goats, the Golden Boys.
You know what it is.
Oh, we're late. Come on.
This week he's got a trim, but he doesn't want to be on camera still.
No. Social distancing.
Ah, cool. That's what he calls it.
Yeah.
So we're joined here today, again by Lenzo Zeus. Lenzo, what are you saying?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. How's your week been so far?
Yeah, productive.
Productive. You got a new freestyle out. Tell us about the freestyle you got
new
out.
freestyle's out. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. City Freestyle, and I've got another freestyle coming out on Sunday again. Gucci Freestyle, and we got some big announcements coming up. New music dropping soon. Videos, everything.
Good stuff. And then we've got the Mexican, the South American, the DC cameraman, Jay Snags. Tell us about. What are you telling me?
Don't know where you got Mexican from. But
Puerto Rican, that's why.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Racism here, but I'm all good, you know. That Lenzo productive as well.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot of music coming out. We've got, if anyone doesn't know, go and check Roma Fee as well. That's dropping real soon. But yeah, it's been very productive this week. So
yeah, and it's great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Everyone's been productive, especially during these times now. It's good that we're all just, ticking over, trying to grind harder every day, and just trying to pursue our dreams and become multi-billionaires. Just before we start, shout out to Blxck Dxstrct for sending us over these fantastic fruit bars. Okay, they're natural ingredients. They've got loads of natural stuff in it, loads of natural fruits. Some blueberries, some raspberry flavour we got here.
Man, I got my box. It tasted banging stuff.
All of the football academy and the Sunday team, I've got some as well. So again, shout out to Blxck Dxstrct for these. And you'll see us doing some more work together shortly. But let's just move away from Blxck Dxstrct and us aside. Let's just talk about the week that's gone by for DC. So it's been a bit of a quiet week, obviously, as it will be because of lockdown. But we've just been entered into a FIFA tournament by Your Fresh TV. Shout out Your Fresh for entering us into the tournament. So yeah, we played our game yesterday. Lenzo didn't play, you didn't play, did you? But I watched our PS4, but we done very well.
Good. Okay.
Pardon?
It's good. I'm not gonna lie. It's good you didn't play because we would have lost.
Like me and Snaz could have played.
Yeah.
You couldn't play.
Like, I'm just gonna tell all the viewers. Yeah. One time I was Palace. Yeah. And this guy was. What was you? Real Madrid.
You're gonna tell the Real story.
No.
So basically, what happened was I don't know how long it was. I was at his yard and he went, Yeah, take this remote. Even though the button was hanging off. Yeah, it works. Trust me. I was trying to sprint, the guy went sprinting nowhere.
You know what?
Okay, that was once, and then I beat you again.
You know what? You know what's mad about that? I got another story,
What? Like the same situation?
I was in his house,
Yeah.
FIFA has many teams. He's moved all the best players in the world,
That's what I'm saying.
to Palace on the game. So like, when I'm using like no one there. Like, I'll see bare next times. I think, where the players? And then Ronaldo comes on the Palace. Ronaldo, Messi comes on the Palace. I'm thinking, what?
CB's haters.
And going back to the story as well,
He's
right down as well. Basically, that button I had to sacrifice. Like either not finesse shot and sprint, or sprint and not finesse shot.
But he had a luxury.
And this how mad it was. The pad was so mad that it had a wire attached to it. Like you see, this is a wireless pad. This pad had a wire attached to it, and I had to suffer.
Okay, cool. So
you bang a FIFA out, though.
Since FIFA, have you ever beaten me at FIFA?
But tell the fans.
Have you ever beaten me at FIFA?
I have still.
You're a liar.
But tell the fans
You're
about.
Actually a liar.
You know how it's like. You know he's won Champions League with Palace.
What's wrong with that? Hey, Karima, what's wrong with that?
Premier League.
Yeah.
Multiple winners.
I heard you done like 17 seasons at Palace.
That's 17.
They're like billion club. But yeah, so we've been into a FIFA tournament. You're fresh, and yesterday we played a team called JK Silvertown. Credit to them, they showed up, but we won 6-3. It was a big game. One of their players got sent off in the second half.
Yeah, credit to them, they showed up and got smoked.
They got packed.
It can be nice.
They got packed up, and yeah, man.
Hold that L.
Yeah, hold that.
The boys, I think the boys, it was good because we had the academy boys and the Sunday boys joined together, and just they're creating like a small bond amongst the group now, which is good. They're playing FIFA all the time together, which is good, especially now during lockdown. But yeah, I feel like we've got a good squad. The score 6-3 is a big score, and I feel like
someone went on there though, like when everybody was off it, and took 4 L's for our team though.
Yeah,
like, and we're trying to find out who's responsible for that.
I heard that was one player just went and took the whole team. I don't know who it was.
He took the whole team into battle without no consent, and he made us get 4 L's.
4 L's.
Like 4 L's.
And then when I tried to address it in the group chat yesterday, no one showed up.
No one showed up. So we don't know who it was.
But yeah, the draw for the next fixtures are tonight,
9 p.m.
9 p.m. live on Your Fresh TV Sport. So let's see who we draw in the next round. There's big teams left.
Hopefully we get someone juicy.
But yeah, we're, like I said last time as well, we're out for everyone, and you know, the Lions only last forever before the Cubs take over. So whoever wants it, we'll give it to you, and yeah, may the best team win.
It is what it is.
So yeah, I think that's it. You know, for DC at the moment. I think, you know, like I said, we've got
The league as well. League's resuming.
maybe resuming. Yeah. So we've got. I think I touched base on that last time, isn't it? The league resuming. So maybe we will see what the league does resume or not. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then we have to have a plan B just to get the boys playing and stuff, and just to make sure that they're doing something.
Fit.
Yeah, staying fit. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing, you know.
But
Can't be playing when you're coming back, you know.
Man, come back.
because
burst.
there's some guys that have not in our team, but just in football in general. Maybe in our team as well. But there's some guys. There's some guys that have got post-lockdown bodies before lockdown.
That's crazy.
And it's only getting worse. So
It's crazy.
it's about just keep ticking over, getting fit.
It's crazy.
So when the new season starts, if it does or we resume, then yeah, we just go back into it and start getting some wins, because we ain't got no wins so far. But yeah, March the 7th, I think, or the 8th is when we're meant to resume. So hopefully we do resume then. But yeah, like I said, we're still waiting for some clearance from the FA. Hopefully that the season can get stretched out. If the FA allow it, it can be extended till after May, because at the moment the season has to end in May, regardless. So if the season doesn't get extended, then we have to play loads of double headers and double bankers and all that stuff. So we'll have to see what happens, really. Hopefully we can resume in March, but
Yeah, let's see what happens, innit?
see what happens. But yeah, I think that's it. I mean, there's nothing really to announce DC wise at the moment.
Not at the moment. Everyone's a bit on a standstill, so.
So yeah, I think that's it. But we're gonna move away from DC now. We're gonna touch on a subject which has been today, and I feel like the last few weeks has been a big talking point, especially today. And as a Chelsea fan, as you guys might know, and obviously you two do know, but it's a tough subject to talk about.
I think it's hilarious right now. I'm not going to lie.
Let's talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it now, because there's loads of pros and cons to it. So
Yeah.
it is about obviously the Chelsea situation, obviously about Frank Lampard. Like, is it a Frank Lampard in or a Frank Lampard out situation right now?
I'm going to ask you the question because you're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you've got to say. Is he in or out?
See, I'll tell you what it is, with Frank, and I've said this from the beginning, since the beginning of the season, I don't know where Frank can take us as a manager.
Crazy.
Because of how he's had no experience in that sort of sense, innit?
Crazy.
But again, I commented on a post earlier which I saw when I commented this. It's about like Sir Alex Ferguson. Like, when he first come to United, he had no experience like Lampard did, and he didn't win anything in his first 4 seasons at United. Post that, obviously, the rest is history. Like, how many titles did he win?
Yeah, what are you trying to wait for all season?
Champions Leagues. I'm talking about domestically. He won loads, innit? So it's about, do Chelsea, and you got to remember as well, like Abramovich and the Chelsea board, they knew what they was buying into when they bought Lampard. They wasn't buying an experienced manager whose CV's crazy with trophies. They bought a manager in that's a club legend and had 1 season at Derby, took them to play a final.
And didn't.
Didn't get promoted, but look at Derby are now. But didn't get
Still
promoted.
the championship.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Just about in the relegation zone.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's still in the championship.
cool. But they brought an inexperienced manager in. Last season, and I've always said this, he overachieved what he's meant to do. No one thought we'd finish top 4 with the squad we had, with no additional signings and an experienced manager. Us finishing top 4 was overachieving in our sense. And I don't know what you're laughing for, it's true.
I think you're talking bare.
Yeah.
But you know, like, it's time to end.
Well, Lamps, nah.
No. I'm not saying it's time to end, but you know, like, you're saying the same point, but in different ways, bare times.
No, but
And
it is. It's one of them ones where Chelsea's a club where we've got to do this. We either allow him the time and ease the pressure off him, or we get rid of him now.
Well, this time last year, you yourself,
I can concur.
you was gassed about Lampard.
second that.
You was so gassed.
I'm still gassed about Lampard.
And now
I'm still gassed about
no,
Lampard.
no. Because a couple weeks back,
how can you be gassed about Lampard when you yourself just said you don't know where
you don't know where he can take you?
But I don't know where.
And you said
So
you don't
don't
think he's a man for the job.
don't
Remember that?
concede-
I don't know, but the thing is, yeah, it's a tight one because me thinking is he the man for the job. I don't think that he can take us to the levels that we're used to and expected. Like I reckon he can win some domestic trophies like FA Cup and that, but I feel like we may need an experienced manager in to win what's needed for the club, which is obviously Premier League and Champions League, which is what the club has spent big money on to win. But again, we won't know that until we've given him the time to be able to show us what he can and can't do. Because someone said this earlier, I think it was Andy Gray or someone, he said like, if you look at the trend at the moment, like Arteta 4 weeks ago was going to get sacked and he was the worst coach in the Premier League and this and that, but he's won 3 games on the bounce and now Arsenal in a comfy position and no one's really talking about him no more. Everyone's just praising him for what he's doing with the kids. And the same with Ollie, like how many seasons has Ollie gone now where everyone's telling him he has to get sacked and all this and that because he has a bad run of games and he doesn't fulfill what's needed. He took a Man United team that won their first 3 Champions League games, basically qualified for Champions League, lost the last 3 and got bounced from the competition. Yeah, at that moment there, everyone was calling for his head to get sacked and all this and that.
But with that being said, yeah, the Man United project, we knew that was a project.
So it's a Chelsea project.
No, because you lot weren't talking like that. At the start of the season, you were saying they were in the league. It wasn't a project. It was straight to winning the league.
Yeah, but
you were talking
so
big.
But so many United fans though, when they bought bare players in,
No, they never said they were going to win the league. They never said that.
When they bought bare players,
They never said that. Don't cap.
When they bought bare players in,
They never said that.
Like, what's your opinion on Werner?
He's
Trash.
been terrible. He's been terrible. Werner, and you know, here's what I think that's another thing. I'm reading loads of things in it today, like we need to bring a manager in that's a fluent German speaker. I think that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
just
Because
honestly
here's a question, yeah, and it's about it's a trend. Another trend we see is like, okay, cool. It's all pointing the finger at the manager and sack him, and we bring a new manager in who's worse than he is, and it's like, oh, we wish we kept Frank. Look how like Arsenal fans were about Unai Emery when they got Arteta in. And it was doing bad.
Look what Arsenal fans were like about Wenger.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wenger out, but they'd love to have him back now. So cool. The thing about Werner and Havertz, yeah, is that we don't know if they were Lamp's like choices as a signing.
And I don't think they were.
I think the only players, personally, that were actually Lamp's signings, yeah, were Thiago Silva. I think he actually brought him in, and I think Chilwell, and that's it.
I think the reason you're saying that, yeah, is because they're the ones that are doing well.
Even if Thiago Silva, I don't think I was him,
They're the only ones that are
I don't
doing
think I
well.
was doing it. I think Chilwell was his only one.
The only reason why I say that Thiago Silva was because Thiago Silva in an interview said that Lamps called him, had a conversation about the project he wants to do and what he wants him to do as a player, and that's what sold him, and he wants to work with Lampard, innit? So that's why I say that.
Abramovich told him to do that, bro. You don't call him. No, make him feel comfortable.
Whereas like Werner, even Ziyech, like I think Ziyech has been good, but even
Hey, listen, I think Ziyech. I think Ziyech is good. Listen, they're all good players, really and truly. That's why you bought them, right? But I think Ziyech is getting. I think you praise Ziyech better because he's doing the best out of a
It's
shit.
because how bad.
Yeah, how bad. Obviously, he was.
and
And
Werner
they
are,
actually
yeah.
deep it. He's not actually been that great.
He's only how many games has
He
he
ain't been
played?
that great.
he's been injured a lot, innit?
But how many has he actually played?
Like 6.
Yeah, so we can't.
But again, saying that again, going back to Ziyech, like against Leicester and against Man City, he was meaty. Ziyech. I think everyone's got like with Chelsea. Yeah, I think the players need to work harder for Lampard. Werner is missing opportunities which most Premier League strikers can score one-on-ones. He missed a sitter against Fulham the other day. Like things like him is what's costing Lamps his job in a
It's
sense.
kind of like Torres, man.
Yeah.
And even that, like Lampard the other day was said to the press like Chelsea need to buy a prolific goal scorer, and they got Werner. So it's like he knows that Werner can't do what's needed of him. Havertz, I don't even know what's wrong with him. He looks like he's scared to play football in the Premier League.
Yeah,
he looks
I don't know what is wrong with that.
He looks like if you run at him, like if someone like who really is like if someone like Mark Noble, like or like Declan Rice or one of them players was to go through Havertz, like I reckon he'll cry. Like I don't reckon Havertz is cut like that. Just like obviously he's 21 years old and things can change and whatnot. But what I'm seeing right now of him is just bullshit.
You know, it is.
Garbage.
See, 21, see the age tag, yeah? It matters, but it only matters in context. If you're touted as this guy who's supposed to come to Chelsea and change the game,
exactly,
pay that money for you.
And he's got a big price tag.
I expect that.
He's got a big price tag.
Instant impact.
Or at least something.
Werner as well. I'm expecting he should be having instant impact right now. He should be bang goals.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So like Werner and Ziyech, yeah, them being brought in has made no difference to the Chelsea team. The only thing it's done, the only thing it's done is apply more pressure to Lampard. That's always
because
done.
see that pressure now, yeah. See when you buy players like that, yeah, or the board buy players like that, yeah, you have to play them.
You have to play them.
You have to play them.
And this is why as well. This is why when I'm reading,
it's just, sorry, quickly, it's just like how, like, see that Havertz, yeah. Did he play against Fulham?
He come on.
Okay, cool. So he come on. Played yesterday, yeah. What did he do yesterday?
No, it was garbage yesterday.
Dead yesterday.
But then again, and again, there's other players as well, like even like Callum Hudson Odoi, yeah.
I was just about to touch on that.
I think he's a very good player, but he is so inconsistent at the moment. I know he come back from an Achilles injury it was last season, but he had a good game against Fulham when he come on, and then he moans about not playing, and he comes and starts against Leicester, and he's mediocre.
So just quickly, Hudson Odoi, yeah. What level is he? You know, we go back to the elites and all that. What level is Hudson Odoi? Because to me, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, since I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, prior to his injury, he was on vaults.
He was, bro.
He was on vaults. Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Post injury, he's been like wishy washy. Like he'll have one good game. It's inconsistency. He'll have one good game.
He was Chelsea's like second best player when they won Europa League against Arsenal in that competition.
Exactly. But even then though, like remember that season, like. He wasn't starting for Sarri, and then everyone was like, "Oh, why is no one starting Hudson Odoi? Hudson Odoi should go Bayern Munich, £40 million, blah 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 blah." And then he starts, but he's inconsistent.
Yeah,
right, just quickly, yeah. So before his injury, you said he was. What was he? How good was he?
I would have said that he was very very good. I can't lie.
So what did he do? I just want to know what he done to be very very good. Because personally, throughout his career, I haven't seen anything. I've seen touches of. No. I've seen touches, but he hasn't actually.
You're not.
Do you know how many times we've had this conversation before about Hudson Odoi? He hasn't done anything.
Okay, cool.
What has he actually done?
I'll tell you what he's done.
Yeah.
He done as much as Zaha done. He done more than Zaha done when Zaha was at Man United at the same age as him. More than he did. We've established this already.
That's a stupid point.
Not.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a stupid point.
It's not.
Why is it a stupid point?
He's done more.
How many games did Hudson Odoi play for?
In his first
Chelsea?
season?
Yeah.
Not a lot because everyone was getting on to
And what did he do?
Playing him. Basically helped Chelsea win the Europa League.
And what's he done since then?
He's been injured.
To me, Hudson Odoi has done nothing. He hasn't done anything.
He was one of our main players when we won Europa League against Arsenal. Like Len just said. He played in all of them
I'll take
games.
Pepe over Hudson Odoi.
No, you wouldn't.
You're capping as well.
That's cap. That's cap.
You're capping.
No, you wouldn't.
You're capping.
That's cap.
But
That's cap.
I don't think he's
again. Hudson Odoi, yeah, he would have one. Like for example, Goma against Fulham was on vaults, got the assist that Mount scored from, or contributed to that goal, yeah. And then he played against Leicester. He's just like a meaty player, wishy-washy. And then Lamps won't play him next game, and then he'll have the audacity to go and knock on his. Sorry,
quickly. Okay, let's go back to Lamp. Let's go back. Let's get on.
Just quickly before we go back onto Lampshire, I just want to say last thing on Hudson Odoi, yeah. So 17 to 18 season, yeah. When played 2 games, got nothing, yeah. 18 to 19 season, played 10 games, got nothing, yeah.
In the Premier League?
This is Prem.
We're not talking about the Prem, no.
Why?
You're not.
Surely you got to talk about the Prem. That's the league he's playing.
You're also not. Cool.
And I'm going to go 19 to 20.
Do you know when the stats are a bit wishy-washy as well? How many minutes at them 10 games did he play?
So it doesn't actually say.
Find out the minutes he played, because I could play 10 Premier League games and get 2 minutes every game.
Alright, cool. 19 to 20, yeah?
Yeah,
played 22
season.
Matches, yeah?
He wasn't great last season.
So what has he done? Tell me what he's done then.
In that season where he played 10 Premier League games, he was a figure in the Europa League.
Okay, but what has he done?
So you know, guys, it is a thing. It is a mad thing, and that's what I was waiting for. You are basing him being very good off 2 seasons ago.
I never said he was very,
whole
very
2
good.
seasons.
I said
that's crazy. That's madness.
I never said that. I said at that time it was very, very good.
So 2 seasons ago, he was very, very good, yeah?
Have I said that he's very, very good now?
No, I'm just saying, 2 seasons ago, he's very, very good, yeah?
Yeah.
What did he do to be very, very good? Because I'm looking at his stats here.
Okay, cool.
And it's not very
you
good
see
at all.
Zaha's stats were garbage.
A lot better than this.
What made him...
A lot better than
What,
this.
3 goals and 4 assists?
Listen, he's got nothing.
3 goals and 4 assists.
Man's got 1 assist throughout the whole season.
This is where it gets a bit technical because you get 3 goals and 4 assists.
Not even.
Okay, Zaha got 3 goals, 4 assists, but
everyone.
very good.
Okay,
But everyone.
Okay, but
everyone says it.
No, not everyone says it. Everyone knows the quality that Zaha has. He's
Everyone
shown.
knew-
He's
okay,
shown. Hudson Odoi hasn't shown anything.
But everyone knew at that time.
No,
before
they
he got
didn't.
injured.
No, they
They
didn't.
did though.
Only Chelsea fans.
No, it's
Only
not Chelsea fans. Bare fans knew it.
No.
It's the reason why Bayern wanted to snap up for 40 mil.
But I want to know. That doesn't make a difference.
No, but it does because a big club like that isn't going to go sign a player that's got no experience for that big price tag.
Who's signing? I'm going to come back to that point because that point's very silly. I'm telling you now.
It's not.
It
What
is.
you just said there is look at his stats. Look at Zaha's stats prior to this. This is his best season
But
in the
I'm
Premier League
saying,
ever
what
had.
the hell was
Teams
Hudson?
still work for Zaha though.
Pardon?
Teams still going for Zaha though.
We didn't put a real big bid in for him.
And what has Hudson Odoi done though? This is what I'm saying. For you to say he's very, very good,
I'm telling you.
I don't understand.
It's why you're not listening, yeah?
Alright, say it.
And you know with what stats?
I'm talking about stats right now.
We're gonna get
I'm
onto
going to put the stats on the screen.
We're going to get onto stats very soon, actually. I'm going to bring the wild card in today.
I know he's going to.
Cool. Like I just said, yeah?
Yeah.
You're telling me that from them stats, yeah? I want get his Europa League stats in as well. All them stats in.
Yeah. Okay.
You've been screaming for the longest that Zaha.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, Zaha's a good player. You've been screaming, oh, Zaha's sick. Zaha's sick. But his stats are 3 goals, 4 assists. Your best player. Yeah?
Okay. Who's Zaha playing for and who's Hudson Odoi playing for?
I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of that.
No, he can't be sick and tired.
You can't be sick and tired of that. That doesn't make any sense.
Because
It makes no sense.
Do you know what also that comes to? It also comes down to shoulda, woulda, couldas. He had the opportunity to go to other clubs. He should have done better at Man United. He wouldn't be at Palace then.
Okay.
No, because he was a Fergie signing.
Yeah, if he was on
Yeah,
good,
he was a Fergie signing.
if he was on good at Man United still, he would have got his place into the team.
That's stupid.
Even if he went on loan to Cardiff, he was
see this guy?
whack
You
as
know
well.
what? Yeah, but did you understand? Because we all know in football, when new manager comes, systems change.
Yeah, exactly.
They have their
Okay,
place they
cool,
like,
cool.
and where's they
He
don't
went.
like and
Okay, cool. He went on loan to Cardiff. Yeah,
Removed.
he went on loan to Cardiff. He was still dead. That's why to go back to Palace in the Championship.
Yeah, we saved it.
He wasn't a Premier. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't a Premier League kind of figure.
But every season he's got better stats than Hudson Odoi. Every single season he's got better stats.
Okay,
than...
how many games has he played more than him?
And just to be clear.
Actually, we all know Zaha's like 10 times better than Hudson Odoi, isn't it?
You know that, right?
You know
that,
that?
yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, you get it,
I thought you were trying to say that.
I never said that. You got.
So it's not even a.
But we've had this conversation before.
It's not a discussion, really.
I'll tell you something as well. Yeah, we'll go back.
Can you even bring Zaha up if you even just said Zaha's 10 times better
Wait.
than
No,
Hudson
it's mad
Odoi?
though, because it's mad. You can go on Zaha all you want, yeah, but to come against Zaha, the only thing you can bring to us is Hudson Odoi. That's what you can bring to us. That's what you can come match with, and he can't match Zaha. He's not as good as Zaha.
You're talking about as a Chelsea player.
He's not as good as Zaha.
Match Zaha.
He's not as good as Zaha.
I know who he's going to say.
Who are you going to say?
I know who he's going to say.
Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say.
He's hard still. That one there.
I knew he was going to take
comment
one
on that.
still.
He's hard.
Yeah.
So I can't even comment there.
That's what I'm saying. But
But you would take Zaha.
pardon?
Zaha would walk into your
I'll still
team.
take
He would
Zaha.
walk into your team, wouldn't
He
he?
comes to our team now. Yeah.
He would walk in, wouldn't he?
Say it.
He would get into our team.
Say it.
Would he
bro.
walk in?
He would walk into your team. Yes, he would. That'd be silly. Yeah,
Do you know what it is though? I think
here we go.
We'll go back to, we'll come back to Zaha. Zaha shouldn't be in this conversation anyway. But we'll go back to Lamps in or out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that needs more time. But I personally think if he loses against Wolves on the weekend, he's out.
No. You know what it is? No, it is. They've got 3 games coming up here. So they've got Luton. They should win that.
Yeah.
They've got Wolves and they got Burnley. Right? That's their next 3 games. Yeah, you got.
So
If he doesn't win all 3 of those games,
Oh, yeah.
W's only.
But then again, but it's that quick football changes, yeah, especially at this season as well. You see Lamps, yeah, if he wins his next 5 games, 6 games, Lamps out becomes faded.
Yes, it's void. It's disappeared. Yeah, but we're not saying Lamps out though. I think he needs more time, and
Definitely.
I think the trend of sacking managers, because they're not doing it right now, is ridiculous.
Stupid.
How are you going to create long-term success if you keep sacking your managers? Obviously, in the last 10 years, technically on paper, statistically, in terms of the cups they've won, Chelsea have been the most successful club domestically, right? So they've won cups pretty much every season, or they have the odd season they have won cups, yeah. being successful, winning cups, is not the same as being dominant. If you want to create that dominance like Alex Ferguson had, you got to have that long term. You got to keep him there. So see how like if you look at Arsenal with Arteta, right now, look at the pressure that Arteta got. Then look at the pressure Lampard's got. Arteta was never going to lose his job.
No.
Lampard's threat of losing his job is very real.
Yeah,
that's
true.
crazy.
No,
That's madness.
but do you know what it comes down to as well? And it goes back to what you just said a second ago. It all comes down to the price tag that the players have. If Chelsea bought 5 players at 20 mil and Lampard's like this now, no pressure will be applied to him. So I'm saying, do you know the pressure will be applied
Big
to
players
the board?
bring big expectation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, it's like Lampard has a blueprint, yeah, and he's trying to create his own blueprint at Chelsea.
What's his blueprint?
Yeah, I want to know this.
Personally, it's to bring through the youth and to actually make them as Premier League players, because we never had that before. Look how many other youngsters are playing.
That's not a blueprint.
That is a blueprint. It's bringing the youth through the system and actually playing them in the Premier League.
So is that a blueprint, then?
I don't know.
I think it's just some mad words, but okay, that's not a blueprint.
Explain what a blueprint is then.
You explain what a blueprint is.
I just asked you what a blueprint. What
is a blueprint?
Chelsea's blueprint before was buying the best players, okay, and winning things. Chelsea's blueprint now, which I can see under Lampard, is...
Let's search up the definition of blueprint. I'm going to search the definition of blueprint.
No, carry on what you're going to say.
Cool. Chelsea's blueprint before,
Yeah.
was buying players, expensive players, the best players we could get, and putting them into the team to win things. Chelsea's blueprint now is to still do the same thing, but obviously not buy the players, try and bring them through the youth team. That's why the likes of Reece James, Billy Gilmore, Mason Mount, Hudson Odoi.
How much money did you spend this summer?
250 mil. But again, we're going back to the first point of how many of them players did Lampard bring in, and was it?
But they're in Chelsea's club right now.
Yeah, but that's not Lampard's blueprint. No, that's Chelsea's as a club what they wanted. Here, I put it to example. Yeah, us as a football club. Yeah, we decide what players coming in and out, not the manager. If we left it to the manager, that's not us having an input in it. We have that kind of input of what players play under the manager and what players are playing in and out. Yeah, so that's the same things happen at Chelsea. Like Lampard, look at Mourinho at Spurs. Mourinho, he decides what happens, what players he wants in, what players he wants out, who's playing, who isn't playing. Daniel Levy just funds him what he wants and lets him do his thing. The same as City, to a sense. City will source, if Pep goes, I want a centre-back, City will source the best options for him, and Pep will go, okay, cool, I'll have that centre-back, unless Pep knows exactly who he wants. Lampard, again, he's been able to buy players he wants, but he's also had that influence from the board to say, you can buy them, but we're also going to give you these players and just put them into the team. Inject that into the team and hope they do well. And they should do well because of how they've done was last year. And what Lampard's doing now, which no Chelsea manager has done before, is bring through youth players. Reece James, like I said, Tomori should be playing. I don't know why he's not.
That's crazy, yeah.
Billy Gilmore's getting games.
You know what he said? He said Reece James is better than AWB. That's what he said.
Alright, carry on.
Mason Mount. Who else have we got on this list?
I'm tired of you, bro.
Yeah.
Tim Abraham.
Do you agree with that?
I'm tired of you.
Reece James better.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it.
Oh, so you don't at all?
Just take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Agree with it. But as I was saying, so that's seven. What was that? Tim Abraham, Callum Hudson-Odoi. That's 8 players, youth players, we brought into the first team.
Do you think they would have come through if you didn't have that transfer ban?
Oh, that's very true. That you see that right there? Yeah, that's fact.
It is. No,
that's
it's the thing. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying. I'm just saying this. Last season, all of a sudden, Chelsea fans became this. They changed their whole thing. They're like, yeah, man, we bring through you.
Yeah.
But you've never done that before.
Never done that.
You've never been that. You've never been that club.
Exactly that.
No, you never been that club. And the only reason that happened is because you got transfer ban. Okay. You think if you never had transfer ban, you wouldn't have brought in players?
Okay, cool. Check this out as well, yeah. Again,
No, but I know
that comes back to Lampard's philosophy, because you got to remember at Derby, Lampard had Tomori with him and Mason Mount with him. Yeah, so they're 2 players that he trusted from the Derby days to bring straight into the first team at Chelsea. Regardless, and I've said, and regardless of what's happening now, we've brought players in. There's players that are got bigger price tags. Like for example, Giroud's our best striker, but Tammy Abraham's still playing because Lampard's brought him through.
Okay, I'm confused now. So, do you think that would have happened last season if you didn't have the transfer ban? Like all wooden players coming through, because you lot brought through a lot of young players.
I think so.
And I don't think you would have.
No way.
You'd have brought through about 1 or 2.
No,
but you would have brought through all them players. You had no choice
to
bring them through. You had to bring them through because you had no choice. You couldn't buy no one.
Not really though, because if they wasn't good enough, we would have replaced them this year. Would have replaced all of them this year.
And you tried to, bro.
Who have you tried to replace this year?
Bro, you bought bare players. So obviously, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to compete, right? You want to compete, right?
So again, going back to that, who have we tried to replace directly in that?
It's not about replacing directly, but
it is though. That's what you're trying to say.
What I'm talking about is you knew.
Yeah.
That you couldn't compete without bringing players in.
So who
last season, every season you want to compete, right?
So who
hear me out. Every season you want to compete, right? So last season you're telling me that if you didn't have the transfer ban, you wouldn't have brought no players in, believing that you could compete with those players that Frank brought through.
We would have brought players in, but again.
So that's my point then.
No,
that's my point.
Probably would have. You would have probably bought like two, three max.
You wouldn't have bought all them players.
And then you wouldn't
have.
Okay, but again, going back to that again though, last season the main players that we actually played week in week out were from the youth team were Mason, Mount, and Abraham. The rest of them were playing on and off. Reece James when I started right back last year, Blxck was. He come on later on in this season. Hudson Odoi again was in and out of the team. Billy Gilmore was in and out of the team. The only ones that really started all the time were Abraham and Mount.
But again, that goes back to the point where if you didn't have the transfer ban, you would have brought in players. They wouldn't even got a look in.
But then again, we're not in a transfer ban now. If it wasn't good enough, we wouldn't have.
Yeah, you're not in a transfer ban now, and you've spent 250 mil.
We would replace them. We would replace all them players.
Okay. No, but what we're trying to say is, they wouldn't have even had the chance last year because you would have.
You literally just said, that only two of the players have got a look in. We had main two players, Abraham and Mount. The rest of them,
they still played. Who?
The rest of them?
Yeah, they did still play, and you can't say they didn't play because they did.
Billy Gilmore got about 10 games last year, all competitions. Hudson Odoi, I don't know how many he got, but he was in and out of the team, and he was playing on the salary as well. So that's before Thingy came in. Reece James wasn't our starting right back. Blxck was for time until it was. I think it was mostly post lockdown when football resumed that Reece James was off starting right back. The only two players that played in week out were Mount and Abraham.
But you still would have spent hundreds of million last year
on the players we would have got now.
No, you would have spent.
We would have got the players we got now. We would have got another centre back because we needed that from last year. A left back we needed for time. And another striker to back up what we had because Bats, Abraham and Giroud aren't prolific goal scorers, even though the one we got now is an evil. So that kind of flopped. The rest of the players we got in, they would have still played.
I still don't think you're getting the point.
No, I do. You're basically saying if we had a transfer ban, none of the other players would have even got a sniff for the first team because we had players to jump in that space to replace them. But what I'm trying to say, it's not that they've all.
And that's what Chelsea have been doing for years and years and years.
But then it goes back to what I'm trying to say is this is Lampard's blueprint. This is what Lampard wants to do. That's why he's got Jody Morrison, who's worked with all these players at under 18s level, won the quadruple of them at under 18s level. He knows them all.
We never said that's not what Lampard wants to do. What I'm saying is...
But that's what his blueprint is.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that's not what Lampard wants to do. That's great, but last season, you had a transfer ban, so you had to bring through better than players. You're not all of a sudden this club that brings through these young players. You're not that club.
But again, that's not...
And the thing is, you can't say this is Lampard's blueprint when you've just spent 250 mil, and you don't know for sure that it wasn't Lampard's signings.
Okay, cool.
You can't just guess in your head. You can't just guess in your head.
Yeah, you can't just...
That's because you want to believe it.
I'm going to bring it back to us, yeah? If we got a manager, and he come in and said, okay, cool, I want to bring in as much of the youth team as I can, yeah? That's his philosophy for what to do. Yeah. Same with Lampard's been at Chelsea for a year and a half. You can't then say, we're not all of a sudden bringing through to youth team. If that's what Lampard wants to do, that's what he believes in, and that's what his ethos is, then that's what he wants to do.
But he still wants to spend money.
Yes, on players that we need to replace, like a left back, a centre half, a goalkeeper.
No. I feel like you're not getting the point. That's it.
I am getting the point, but you're not even making any sense of the point.
Why? Why though?
Because you're saying that last year you were talking about if we didn't have a transfer ban, these players wouldn't have got a sniff, yeah?
Okay.
This year we haven't got a transfer ban, yeah? Them still players are still featuring in our squad.
But what we're saying is...
Okay. No. We're not saying these players are not good. We're not saying they're not good enough to play in your team. Wait. We're not saying... Wait. No. Let me speak. We're not saying they're not good enough. We're not saying they couldn't play in the team. But getting an opportunity and being good enough to play in the team are two different things. We're saying if you had a transfer ban, they wouldn't have got the opportunity to even prove they're good enough. Obviously now they're victors in your team because they prove they can play
but here's another thing as well.
So if you never had that transfer ban, you would have bought players.
Here's another thing as well, yeah? When Lampard first come onto the Chelsea job, yeah, his main thing in his first press conference, yeah, which I can play you guys and show you, was that I want to bring through as much of the youth as I can.
He didn't have a choice but to bring through the youth.
No,
so he can say that all he wants. He can say that all he wants.
No, but
you can come back that he can say that all he wants. He didn't have a choice to do that. So we don't know that. He can say that all he wants. He didn't have. He had to say that. He didn't have a choice. That's all he could do. No, so him saying that I'm going to bring through the youth, that's all he could do.
No, but again, that's not what he done it at Derby. The same thing at Derby as well. You don't understand it. If that's what a manager's ethos and blueprint is, that's what they're going to do regardless. Look at Arsene Wenger for all of them years.
Frank Lampard's not Arsene Wenger.
Oh, but now you're being silly because that's not what I'm trying to.
No. But nah.
So I'm saying his blueprint is to try and bring his blueprint.
You're trying to say that last season, if you never had transfer ban, all these players,
but you're saying all. Through. You're saying all the players.
No, but you just named.
I name 8 players, but only 2 of them really were our starting 11 players.
That's all. But we're saying.
Okay, cool. But prior to that though, yeah, when Chelsea didn't have transfer ban, like not as many as 8, but about 5 or 6 players from the youth team or whatever they are play for Chelsea in the season. Yeah, so we just added 2 more to it.
Yeah, but
this time the quality is just better and they can actually play in the Premier League.
What season are you talking about?
Yeah, hold up.
Let's go back to that season.
Let's go back to that season.
And let's actually see, because
I want to know.
Because you saying they played, how much of a fixture were they in that team? You're saying they played better. They didn't play better. They had like a few games. They got looking. Right. That's okay.
Exactly. So is like Billy Gilmore. He's got a looking.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine. They got a looking in that season when Sai was there.
So Ryan Bertrand's an example.
Yeah.
Who else is an example?
Oh wait, how far are we going back now?
But I'm telling you, but these are years that we've played our youth players.
So what? You actually believe that Chelsea's a club that brings for youth?
I've never said that.
So okay, so what's your point? So no.
We're talking about Lampard's blueprint.
Yeah, what Lampard wants to do.
Exactly.
You're saying what he wants to do.
And that's the whole thing. We was talking about blueprints. We're not talking about what the club wants to do. The club wants to go and buy bare players and win the Champions League, Premier League, and no one really knows if they want to stick with Lampard or sack him or whatever. But I'm telling you what Lampard's blueprint is to come in and change the way that Chelsea's been for the last 10 years.
So so next summer, yeah. Next summer, do you believe
after
that
the season that he's had?
Do you think he's gonna spend
and believe in youth?
Yeah, millions.
He'll bring in the players that he needs to. Yeah.
So do you think he'll believe in youth after this season?
Yeah, surely he can relate back to his youth.
He'll bring the players. Well, we know when he.
If he wants to bring for youth, why don't you saving you now? Like
the same players you try to replace in the summer are the same issues you have now. For example, the goal scoring issue is still a problem. Even though Abraham got bare goals last year, he's not a prolific goal scorer. Yeah, that's why we got Werner in. Werner's doing garbage, so we're trying to buy Haaland.
So Werner, so Tammy's part of youth, right? So you bought someone to replace him. Cool. Carry on.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Who else do we need? We need another centre back.
Okay, but. Yeah, Kurt Zuma played for your team. He's not part of the youth, nothing like that. But you have Tomori there.
Yeah, I don't know why Tomori's not going to look in.
So you could have played some more. So that's another youth. Cool.
Okay.
Carry on. You bought Thiago Silva, who's not youth.
Yeah, definitely.
And
not
Tomori's going off to AC Milan. Who's youth? Who's youth you bought through?
But
cool. Carry on.
Again, Thiago Silva.
Carry on. Keep naming players.
What players do we need? I'll probably say
that's one question.
We need a new set. We need a new set CDM. We need to get rid of Kante. I don't think Kante's the one anymore.
Cool. So I'm just asking you your question, yeah? So Ziyech, yeah? Where's he been playing? Where's he been playing? When he plays Chelsea, where's he been playing?
On the wing.
But you had Hudson Odoi, who's youth. Like, you have players there.
Yeah.
If you trust the youth, you would need to buy these players.
But then again, I've gone back to that.
But you're saying if you trusted those youth, you wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have bothered.
So,
yeah.
We've got Blxck, and we've got Hudson Odoi. We've got players.
Yeah, but I've gone back to that from last season.
Ziyech came in to take over and be number one.
When Lampard, but the thing is, when Lampard came in last year, which I've said this when we first got Hudson Odoi stats, he wasn't great last year. When he came up for his injury, he wasn't great last year.
But then,
so you don't think he would have taken sooner action, like quicker action, if he could have last season? That's what I'm trying to say. If he weren't good, he would have taken quicker action to think, right. Of course, I can buy players. But let me.
No, but the thing is,
you're saying he never replaced players, but we just named a few.
Okay, cool. But
he had positions.
But here's the thing, though. We bought Ziyech in January, so he done that deal. He knew he needed that player, so he bought him in January. He only played for us in the summer because of our ban. Yeah. Tomori, I don't know why he's not playing. I play him over all of our centre halves at the moment. But other than that, though, other than an actual goal scorer who could score week in, week out. You
bought in a centre back, you have Tomori. You bought in a winger, you have Hudson Odoi.
Bought in a striker,
you got
Tammy Abraham.
Okay.
So I'm just saying it's confusing because you're saying like he would have believed. But as soon as he got the chance to, he was like, yeah, cool.
But even Tomori though, Tomori didn't play the last half of our season last year.
Yeah, but you have him there though. That's what I'm saying. He didn't believe in the youth so much. But as soon as he could have got the chance to bring in someone better, that he thinks is better, like actually, who can actually do the job, he was like, yeah, bringing him in. I'm bringing him in. Straight away, I'm bringing him in.
But again though, these...
I'm not glad we've been on this talk for too long, fam.
Yeah.
Super too long. We're going to agree to disagree, but I think we've made our points, innit? The views will decide.
I feel that's a hate Chelsea podcast. But
you just keep going on about it. That's why you keep talking about Chelsea, crying your eyes out on this podcast for the last hour. That's what you've been doing. That's what we're talking about.
Where are we? So anyway, let's move off topic now anyway. So, if we all go into our group chat quickly before the podcast started, I put in a group of front threes. So there's 2 current players and 1 former player in the front threes. Yeah, we're gonna pick the best front three. So just so the viewers can see, or hear. So we've got PSG, we've got Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldinho. We've got Man United, we've got Martial, Rashford, and Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got Liverpool, Mane, Salah, and Suarez. We've got Real Madrid, Eden Hazard, Vinicius, and Ronaldo.
Weak.
We've got Ansu Fati, Samuel Eto'o, Lionel Messi. We've got Hakim Ziyech, Didier Drogba, Christian Pulisic.
Weak.
We've got João Felix, Radamel Falcao, Luis Suarez for Atletico. We've got Bakayo Sako, Henry, Martinelli for Arsenal.
Weak.
We've got Ronaldo, Del Piero, Dybala. This one here.
That's strong.
This one, Lukaku, Ronaldo, Martinez.
Strong.
So that's the option. So we're going to pick the best front three out of them all.
Snags, go on.
Do you know, I know who I'm picking.
I know who I'm picking as well.
But the only reason I'm doing this,
it's because he's your favourite player.
He's my favourite player. And I think that'll be peak, innit?
I'm just going to put... I know what I'm paying.
Neymar, Ronaldinho, and Mbappe.
Straight away.
I'm not going to lie. Straight away.
There's no other, like... Straight away. Come on.
That is...
Look. Let's make our way down.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got the great one, Cristiano Ronaldo. Martial, no. And Marcus Rashford ain't that.
But I'm not going to lie. You know, Mane, Suarez, and Salah's peak, you know.
Very peak. Very peak. But fam,
come on.
Look at that front three.
That is...
And Ronaldinho will be the Joe, like, he'll make it peak, fam. And I think the Real Madrid three they could have picked a much better three. What's that?
Yeah.
It's their current, though, isn't it?
Winners. Okay, well, Hazard, who hasn't performed yet to perform.
I read a thing earlier, he's meant to go Fenerbahce.
What?
That's it. Oh.
No.
I heard a thing he was going Fenerbahce.
I can't lie, the
only other one that kind of matches
Ronaldo, Del Piero, and Dybala is peak as well, you know.
And I think it is. They done Drogba dirty, innit? That Chelsea front three just shows how far Chelsea's gone down.
It's true, you know.
That just shows how far you've fallen from grace. It's crazy. It does. I'm not even being deep. It does. But anyway, yeah.
I think, do you know what it is as well? I think the Ronaldo Lukaku would have been better if they had someone else than Martinez.
Yeah.
I would have picked that if they had another winger.
You know, it is, they don't. So it's just, we've got to go with it.
I wouldn't even pick that if there was another winger. I'm not gonna lie. That Lukaku, Ronaldo.
What, Ronaldo at Inter Milan?
Yeah, no. Ronaldo was a baller, but I'm telling you, not that Mbappe, Neymar, Ronaldo.
You know, R9 was
no. He's R9's my second favorite player.
But no,
so I know, like,
no. Yeah, but put respect on it. Like,
no. I'm talking about because
the truth. You know that,
Lukaku.
Right?
He's not up there with. Come on, he's not up there with Neymar, Mbappe.
Do you know what Lukaku's doing right now?
No.
Do you know what Lukaku's doing right now?
He's alright, but he's not up there. Come on, let's be real. He's not up there with Mbappe and Neymar.
So do you rate Neymar?
Huh?
Do you rate Neymar?
We gotta rate Neymar. You know what it is, yeah? He's very annoying. But we gotta rate him. Come on, you gotta rate Neymar.
Why have you got to rate him? I'm not saying you don't, but why have you got him?
Goes back to stats as well, yeah? Stats, the way he's played, the things he's won.
Cool.
He's just... I'm just going to end on Sam. We're going to touch base it next time.
Yeah.
Because
I know what
you said there triggered me. So you said it triggered me when you said the way he's played. Triggered me.
The way he's played and the stats. So we're going to revert back. We spoke a lot about Lampard today. So we have had this debate for the last few years now about two players.
5 years.
And this whole podcast, you've set yourself up to to what you're about to witness.
I'm ready.
We're going to touch base it next time. So
we're going to probably go in
I'm ready
next
for
time.
that.
Who
No,
I'm gonna sit it now and then we'll have a quick think. And do you have enough time to think about the stats and the way his hair moves in the wind? But
FIFA stats.
Lampard or Gerrard? Who you have in your team?
Yeah.
You can only pick one.
I'm going right now. Or
no, we'll start with it. But I'm going to say one thing as well. Who would you rather play for in DC, Lampard or Gerrard?
Gerrard.
You're capping.
Gerrard. Gerrard. But anyway, we'll touch on that next week.
We'll touch on it next week, guys. Yeah, so...
Lampard's playing in mine.
Lampard is the guy that's playing. But yeah, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you go and follow Lenzo and Jason Lags on Instagram and follow them on YouTube as well.
For DC on everything. You can subscribe below, comment, comment. Tell us your thoughts as well.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Really, we're the kings of the Sunday. On the booth on a Monday.